Hey there, Brett with Solarrolla. I am in the Solarrolla shop because it's really cold outside. We are single digits below zero. We got all of the vehicles, I think, inside. We got the golf cart, the snowmobile, the quad, the scooter. We got Redfoo's 2 carts over here. We got the electric tractor over there. We've got the VW bus. We got everything inside. So, you know, here during the winter, we have a lot of time to just be inside and therefore get all these vehicles done. First and foremost, on my left over here is our next eStar. So we are going to be building a battery pack from 4 Tesla Model 3 long modules. So 4 long-range modules for about 80 kilowatt hours of storage. We are building for a gentleman named Kenny out of Florida. We're kind of excited to go help him a little bit, spend a little time on the beach. But in parallel with consulting as Kenny builds his vehicle, and as we build a battery pack for his vehicle, we're going to want to be showing him how to do things. So we're using this as an opportunity to build our own eStar. Now this is the one I've always wanted to be building. So this eStar will pop, the top will pop 6 feet. I want to be able to stand up there, but almost more importantly, I want to be able to have like the bedrooms up top. So that'll free up a lot of space underneath for just, you know, a nice hangout booth and the kitchen and all kinds of fun stuff, shower, bathroom, whatever. And then up top will be 2 pretty good sized beds. I don't know if I can say king size, maybe queens, but 2 big beds up top. And then of course, as the top pops, it gives us the ability to do even more tracking. So that means even more miles from the sun per day. So pretty excited about that. And we are in the throes of that pretty much right now. So we are about ready to order our steel, start building the battery pack for Kenny. And then as we build that pack, we'll be making up the Scott Drive controllers to the original eStar motors. We'll do it on ours, we'll do it on Kenny's. So pretty exciting. The next thing going on is the golf cart. So golf cart, golf cart, golf cart. And probably there'll be no golfing done with these vehicles, but they're still kind of considered golf carts. As you can see here, it's actually more of a little utility vehicle. But across from that, we have Redfoo's 4-seater. So Tony and I should say Tony, has designed with FreeCAD the Solarrolla golf cart top. So there's been some limitations in the past. There's been the limitation of wattage, and partially that limitation comes from 2 things. One is the availability of controllers to get that solar power into the batteries on these golf carts. The other hurdle is the weight. So it's easy to get that power in if you use regular glass frame panels and series them up so the voltage is higher than the cart battery voltage, then you can spill it in. But if you want to use a lower voltage solar panel to a higher voltage battery pack, you need to use a special controller that boosts the voltage. Well, those controllers are available, but they limit you at about 300 watts. So we want to get 400 watts to start with. So we're going to be putting a 400 watt in-house designed top on Redfoo's 4-seater. Now this top will not have drawer slides, but it will be available. We've designed the top so that we can put these drawer slides in pretty easy, and a system to keep them wired up, so just bang. We get them out, we can get up to 1,500 watts on a golf cart. Now we're talking. This cart in particular is getting 2 BigBattery MUSTANG batteries. So really nice batteries, check them out. They produce about 7.5, actually 7.68 kilowatt hours at 48 volts. So we're putting 2 of those in. So we're gonna have a nice solid 15 kilowatt hours on Redfoo's golf cart. And to start with, 400 watts and possibly up to about 1,200 as we add the 2 sides coming out. So that makes a vehicle that is a great backup system. And you know, we've built trailers in the past, but of course you got to hook up to a trailer if you want to move it. Here, the golf cart, go park in the sun. Oh, the sun moves. Go park over there. So a really nice way to harvest as much energy as you want to spend time doing, and a great way to back up your house. We're going to have like probably a 6 kilowatt inverter on there. Haven't decided exactly on the inverter yet, but the intention is to be able to power a home. So pretty exciting there. I just spoke with Redfoo, and he mentioned that there is a fire warning, and that's pretty much the cause of a lot of the outages that are happening in California and in a lot of places actually, and why these vehicles are so important to have. Something to back up your freezers and your fridges and keep the lights on. Pretty nice. Out here in Wisconsin, we need backup to keep things like warm. So we need pumps and such electronics to keep our systems going. So having a little backup, pretty necessary. Of course, I got a lot of batteries around. I don't really worry about it, but average individuals who don't can take advantage of a really fun vehicle to cruise around in and learn about EVs and also have a really nice home backup system. So that's what Redfu and I have been kind of meeting with our minds and wanting to create these vehicles that have a good amount of storage, good amount of solar, a big enough inverter to really back up your home. Redfu, in fact, used the Solarrolla we built for him to just back his home up for, I think it was 3 days. So a little bit more on that. He's been wanting to make a little video with us on that, which is cool because it shows the capability and how these things can really bring us to a sense of security, having that backup. So we're building an eStar. We're building 3 golf carts. We finished the electric tractor, so pretty excited about that. We went ahead and put one of our RAPTOR batteries from our pontoon boat. So as you know, we built a solar-powered pontoon boat. BigBattery has sponsored us with the batteries. Great guys, once again. And however, here in Wisconsin, we're obviously not out on the water anymore. So we have these batteries. What are we going to do with them? I'll tell you what we're going to do with them. We're first putting one in the tractor. It's in, it runs great. It was a little higher voltage at 72 volts than the previous battery at 48. Runs my hydraulics a little harder, gives me more lifting capabilities. Really nice. I've already tried it out. I got a nice big snowplow on the front of the tractor. However, not a lot of snow, which is a bummer for multiple reasons. And one reason is we have the Solarrolla snowmobile back together. And of course, with a better battery. And this year we used one of the RAPTORs also. So another place that in the winter, we can take these batteries and repurpose them. Get a little bit more vehicles going. And what's nice about these batteries is they do stop you from charging at 30 degrees. So you will damage a lithium battery if you charge it when it's frozen. So the batteries that BigBattery are coming out with, some actually have heaters. These don't, but they don't let you charge below 30. So actually 32, pardon me. However, you can discharge your battery down a little deeper. So they'll let you go, but they won't let you charge. So you got to wait till the temperature comes up, get it inside, whatever. Anyway, we put our own battery heater on that. So more on that later, but when that temperature gets down to about 35 degrees, that heater kicks in and just keeps that battery hovering right around there so that it's always ready to charge. The golf cart, we put a bigger battery in our golf cart. So I think we're going to move that golf cart on, do a little work on it, and move it on to someone who can start really enjoying that solar-powered driving too. So lots going on here. Actually, to add one thing that we are really getting excited about, it is the Tesla Turbine boiler generator. So we have a big boiler here that we load with oak multiple times a day, keeps the shop warm, keeps the bar, Tony's room, the house, the garage, the hot tub, keeps everything going. So we're pretty excited about that system because we're running this boiler all day long, 24/7. There's a lot of heat escaping out the chimney. Now, even if we grabbed that heat and diverted it back into the building, that would be a huge asset to us, right? However, what we really want to do is something that I've wanted to do for years, and anybody that knows me has known I've been babbling about this forever, and that is using a Tesla turbine on a wood-fired stove to create electricity. So I have done this before, and although I didn't make a ton of power, I really didn't get a lot of time to tweak the system, and I was using a pretty small wood stove. So now I have a big old Empire boiler, as I mentioned, what keeps everything warm here. And there is a big old fire in there, and there's a lot of heat coming up that chimney. So we're pretty excited to put a heat exchanger in that chimney, run it out through the Tesla turbine, through a radiator, turn it back into water, and create a nice little steam circuit. So something I've wanted to do for years. And then in the summer, use our parabolics to shine and focus sunlight on that same heat exchanger and develop power. So what I like most about that system, it is really cheap. It is really accessible because there's no, like solar panels are amazing. No moving parts, but I'm not gonna build a solar panel. And if I do, who knows how good it would be compared to what the manufacturers can do. But I feel like I can build this system, and I have built this system, a lot cheaper. Now, the thing is, what's great about it is we're using that energy anyway. That energy is there anyway. We're not trying to produce any more energy. We're just trying to create more efficiency by harvesting energy off of what would normally be waste energy. So we're starting that system, and we are determining exactly how we're going to build the turbine. I built them out of saw blades. I built them out of all kinds of different things. I usually put them on GM alternators. So we're considering all that, but most importantly, we want it to be simple. Simple so that anybody can build it, and we are going to make a little tutorial video on how to do it. So, of course, with steam, you've heard all the stories. There is the possibility for boiler explosions, but please remember that we are not building a big boiler. We are building a really simple, what's called a flash tube. So it's just creating steam as the water is coming in. So there's no big storage of steam pressure. And that's what makes it really convenient. And what also makes it really safe, on top of that, is that with the Tesla turbine, we don't really need huge amounts of pressure, and we don't need huge amounts of volume of steam. We just need to get that up 80, 90, 100 psi at very small volume, going through a little 1/8-inch nozzle to spin the Tesla turbine and spin that GM alternator, charge some 12-volt batteries, invert the power, send it over to our main pack. So that is going to be really exciting, mostly because I've been wanting to do this forever at that level. As I mentioned, I have done it. It does work. It's really fun. It's really cool. But I'm excited to do it in a way that maybe could come your way. So we're going to be doing that. As I mentioned, the tractor is pretty much finished, although we may put a couple more batteries on the back, 1 for weight, 2 for more storage, and the ability to do more work. So really excited about what's going on here at Solarrolla. Just want to give everybody an update, and we are going to be making a lot of video because we are doing a lot of things. So we're going to be making a tutorial video on this 80 kilowatt hour battery pack, as well as hooking up the controller to the eStar, putting our own display in there, our own computer, which is an Arduino on a relay board, so that we can control the eStar our own way, write our own code, and of course pass that on to Kenny and whoever else may want to convert an eStar to a higher mileage, higher power situation. So red foos cards, and that's about it.